Let's go into game number 2 of this best of 3 right now. The winner will make their way into the winners match. The loser will drop to the losers match. Of course, double elimination group means that each player has 2 chances or 2 lives. As we do go into game number 2 of this best of 3, currently leading 1-0 in the upper right hand corner of the map, we have our red Zerg player. It is WaKa. He is representing E-Stars here. And let's see how he does here today. His opponent is down in the south side of the map. It is the Yellow Pros player from Korea. It is Arthur. So already through to the round of 8, we have Tefl and we have Adominus. Already dropped out of the round of 16, we have Ansopody and Optimus. Out of the round of 16 groups again, on Thursday we're going to be having Group A, which is Patience, Namshar, Ignite, and Complain. And on Saturday, Nurture, Cass, Poo-Poo, and Revolver. So as a schedule for the rest of this week in terms of Summer League, we will have some Team League matches on the way for you guys on the stream throughout the week as well, I am sure of it. So right now, we are in the second game of our second group of the round of 16 of our first series. Well, second game of our first series of the second group of the round of 16. Getting myself confused. Never a good sign, is it? Okay, so we do have starting off in the 6 o'clock position. It will be our yellow. No, I've already done introductions. Wow, I really am getting myself confused, guys. I'm sorry. I apologise. So yes, we've got Arthur vs WaKa here. Arthur currently trailing again. This time changing up his opening. He's going to be going for a gateway expand instead of the Forge first play he went for on King Sejong Station. Of course, he did try to go for 4-gate pressure and it didn't work, and it looked as though WaKa just had his number, as you know, he just knew about the blink hole and he had more than enough drones. He went straight into Hydralisks, which are of course great against Stalkers, providing that you've got Lings or Roaches in front of them to tank. And you know, he pretty much just had enough. It was very hot. It was a tough position for him to fight in, but he did make it work in the end, and he just held on. He didn't overcommit at any point, I don't feel, to you know, chasing back the Stalkers or anything like that. And that's one of the most, you know, that's one of the key aspects, you know, because if as soon as you overcommit, boom, you know, what do you do from there? Well, there's nothing you can really do from there. You know, once you've overcommitted, you're down and out for the count. So yeah, I think WaKa played that out very smartly. He's already changing up his playstyle here. He has mined 100 gas. He's got Zerglin speed on the way. So not as quick of a third base here, and that will be because he actually just hasn't scouted his opponent. So WaKa, for a nice little start here, is actually going to go for pretty much the best opening he could go for. Yeah, pretty much. Not much else to say other than that. It's pretty much the best opening he could go for. So these 2 Zerglins coming across, and we'll actually sneak into the main base right now. So they're going to get up this ramp and have a little bit of a look-see, see what's up. But again, honestly, there's not too much happening. These couple of Lings running around this base, and I guess he may have seen the gates at the natural, but there's nothing too much to really tell from that. I guess what he can see is no Chrono Boost being used on the Cybernetic core, and no tech route being decided just yet. And he's going to keep these alive a little bit longer, so the longer he keeps these alive, the longer he can kind of delay his opponent's tech for, as these 2 Zerglins are still alive here. Third hatchery does start up for WaKa, 545, so again a lot slower than it was in that first game. Of course, a much different build here from Arthur to start things off in this game, as first Zerglin will die, the second one not far behind it, as the 4th gateway is not added on. I'm talking complete bollocks. So just the 3 gateways right now for Arthur. Doesn't look as though he's going to be getting too aggressive. He does have a probe out on the map, but no pylon coming up just yet. Still just on 2 gases. He does actually just start up a Forge here, so looking as though he does just want to head into a little bit more of a macro game this time around, unless he's going to use this Forge to hit some kind of timing with Immortals, but I wouldn't imagine that would be the case. This looks very much so as though it's just going to be straight into +1, add on a Twilight Council, and go for +2 with that third base at the same time. So Arthur moves across the map. He's moving to the middle of the map right now with a Mothership course, doing a little bit of scouting of his own, as we actually have WaKa making use of his metabolic boost. Zerglins going all over the place, as you can see, checking every little corner. Now, that probe, I think it was just caught by one of these Zerglins over here. Was it? Yes, one of these Zerglins picked up that probe kill. So he's taking down the probe on the map. Great little bit of map control here by WaKa. and that's going to make him nice and safe. His mothership core is heading over towards this third base just to check what is up and just making sure this third base is up and running and that there's not some kind of crazy Zerg 2 base all in coming towards him. So mothership core just coming over to confirm this. He sees that third base and now he will just go and get some free damage. Basically, he's going to be able to pick off a drone or force an extract, or just be a little bit annoying here. I mean, nothing too major. It doesn't get that drone kill, and we'll have to just retreat away from this queen. So mothership core just doing a little bit of scouting. Some links starting to congregate at the front of this Protoss base, but not going to be able to achieve too much here, as we actually have 3 extra gateways coming down. Okay, so Alpha is going to stick with his all any kind of style. He's going up to 6 gateways in total. The Warp Prism on the way as well to help out. And it's going to be once this +1 kicks in, so he's very much going to be pick up these 4 sentries, probably drop them in towards the main base and see what kind of damage you can do over there. Let's keep track of this Warp Prism as it's about to pop out of this robotics facility. Now we do have Chiav and Overlord coming in to scout the main base. Will he spot these extra gateways? Well, he sees one of them, so immediately here he will know there's at least 1 extra gate. And will he check behind the rest of the mineral line? Well, I think he might just run into this one anyway. Oh no, he will not. Okay, he will. So now he actually sees 5 gateways. The robo facility is kind of down here. That's something which WaKa is kind of yet to spot as far as I'm aware. Yes, it is. So WaKa is making 18 lings, but again, how effective is this going to be? This Warp Prism has been completely unspotted, and now it's going to get in towards this lateral ramp, and boom, the force field's going to land here. So this is already very troublesome for WaKa. 6 zealots warping in, and all he has to do is basically just make sure he keeps on hitting that force field button on time, and he should be fine. Spankle is trying to start up here. Whoa, that was a nice force field as well, actually, pretty cute. Putting them behind the lings to try and trap them in a bit. Drones are actually just being pulled here to fight against these zealots, but I mean, of course, more zealots can just continue to... Ooh, he makes a bit of a mistake. He actually lets the Zerglings up and has to use a time warp. He's lost one of his sentries, so more zealots warp in. Now he can drop out his other sentries. He should be able to keep these here, although one of the more sentry will go down, so this is actually not going so great for Arthur. He has cleaned out the main base mineral line, but he's running out of force fields here, so he's starting to get units in towards this main base. Actually, you know what? WaKa's got quite a lot here. Arthur with these 3 zealots isn't actually attacking anything, so WaKa doesn't have to worry about it just yet. Is there another force field? There should be one more. Spankles are going to try and move into a bit of a better position here. Is Queen going to try and block for these hiders which are behind, drops the transfuse on one of them. One more force field comes in, and now Arthur knows that it's time for him to leave. Has he achieved enough damage with this? Well, let's have a little bit of a look. See, he's killed 18 workers, so that's pretty decent. 18 workers, and he's gone into a Robobane Colossi behind this, so he should be alright here, I would say. I think overall this has worked out quite well for WaKa. Yeah, I would say it's been okay for him. So yeah, Spire actually on the way. It's worked out quite well for Arthur even. Sorry, Spire on the way now for WaKa, so he's going to try and transition into some kind of muteless play here. He has actually evacuated the entirety of this third base because of them zealots. So he does need to spend some time droning back up here. Get back up to a work account, which will work out now. If you can get enough Mutalisks out, this should work pretty well, because of course the Colossi tech isn't going to do well against Mutalisks at all. There is a Twilight Council on the way, so I guess we could probably see Blinken +2 here very shortly. He is moving out of his natural. Is this to be? Is this to take a third base, or what is this for? You know, what is the purpose of this? A probe looking as though it was trying to get over towards this third base here. So let's just keep an eye on this right now, as we do have this Warp Prism still alive on the map as well, and that's going to move around and maybe try and warp in some units and try and hit that third base again. An observer just moving around over here, seeing what is up. And has he seen the Spire? Where is that Spire? In the natural. So he's about to see it in just a moment or two with his observer. And he is selecting that right now. He does see the Spire. Okay, so if he's paying attention right now, he will notice that. But he's not clicked on his observer, so he may have just gone past it. So he may not completely notice just yet. So how soon will he notice that he's actually spotted the Spire here? As we do see this Warp Prism warping in a few units, but WaKa has spotted it with a Overlord, and Alpha will lose the Warp Prism now. Hydra's just target this down straight away, and this was some unsuccessful harassment. So WaKa cleans that up quite nicely. Third base now on the way down here for Alpha, so getting set up towards a later game. But 13 meters on the way. Blink's over halfway done. Problem is right now there's just not really enough Stalkers on the map, as I still don't think Alpha's actually been looking at his map at all. I don't think he's actually realised that this is a Spire, because he's not doing anything about it. He walks in another Stalker or two, but that's about it. He is actually beginning to move back in towards his natural, so maybe he does, maybe he doesn't, I don't know. Okay, he leaves Mothership Core back at home. He does actually just begin to move out with these 3 Colossi, but the Mutalisks are about to come in towards the main base. Good thing for Arthur, he's already kind of halfway across the map. If he does want to instigate a base trade, he's well on his way to being able to do that. So that very well may be his plan. Maybe he did see that Spire. I mean, he's clicked back on that observer, so it's very likely he has seen it now. At this point, Blink is about to finish up here. As these Mutas, they have to decide what to do, and they're actually just going to decide to come back home. So he's just going to try and fight this straight up. He's going to try and just take the fight. Looping around with his Hydralisks here, going to try and shut down the pylons for reinforcements. Already given up his natural expansion though. Some more Mutalisks continuing to come out. Starting to target down the forge here, in fact, and he's actually going to lose one Mutalisk very quickly. So WaKa has to be a little bit careful. Second Mutalisk is going to go down as well. His natural is full, and Hydras are counterattacking here, and they are going to hit this third base. So in the end here, WaKa has decided to attack. Is it going to be enough though? Is he going to be able to take down all of this, you know, soon enough? As he's trying to get escape here or run away with some of these drones, keep them in the corner. Muta's just fighting against these few Stalkers, which are here right now. Lings are going to start streaming in towards this natural expansion as well. Mothership Core goes down. A lot of these Mutas are dying though, and you know, these are Mutas he doesn't really have to lose. He's lost actually 10 Mutalisks. That's a huge number. More Stalkers warping in, so this isn't going to get better for him anytime soon. Another Mutalisk goes down. He's really going to be relying on these Hydralisks for now, but Arthur's done so much damage already. He's actually just going to turn back home and come clean this up. Now, how much damage can WaKa get done before the before this army comes and cleans up? Can he get this Nexus? The Nexus is going to be huge, and well, he actually turns around and starts fighting Stalkers in the main base as well. He's cleaning up a lot of probes, so WaKa's doing an okay job here. It's still kind of close. These Hydras do turn around and start fighting the Stalkers in Colossi again. What are these Mutas going to be able to get done in the main base? They're going to try and take down Cybernetics Core now. He's lost a lot of his tech back here at home. It looks as though he will actually be able to stop his left from going down, so he's started another Spire. And with 53 drones to 14 probes, this is actually looking kind of okay for WaKa. I think Arthur's made a mistake by coming back home and trying to kind of not base trade but save his own base, because he's not really being all that successful with it. Sonnen hit down on this main base Nexus now. Arthur's back across the map trying to do whatever he can. And, well, we will have some Zerglings running by here and just trying to stay alive as long as they can, keep them alive until maybe the Mutas come home to help out or whatever. There's a lot of Stalkers here. I don't think the Mutas can really engage into this, so I think these Mutas have to be careful. They're going to go for it though, but with Blink Micro, I think, yeah, these Stalkers, Mutas have to think twice about it. Blinks could definitely help out. This army's starting to take down the third base of WaKa now. WaKa, has he had his Spire finished? Did he actually get that finished up here? No, it doesn't look like it. So he's got a lot of money which he just can't really spend. Maybe start the Spire down here or something. He's actually going to start up some Hydralisks instead. Starting to run in now with some Zerglings. These Stalkers are going to be forced to blink backwards as the Mutas coming in, adding some damage from above as well. The Stalkers continuing to fall here, but is it going to be enough in the sky? I think it is just going to be enough Mutalisks to take all of these down. It's so close though. The problem is Arthur can't build any more. If you actually had a sentry here for, if you had a couple more Stalkers here, he probably would have been okay. As it stands though, I mean, this is going to be a very slow force to actually kind of fight. This is kind of a weird scenario still, because it's going to take a long time for WaKa to kill all of these buildings with this number of Mutalisks. He's actually going home. He's actually going home to try and defend. I mean, there's no way he can actually fight this army though. There's too much anti-air. Oh my god. This is a little bit weird, trapping and preemptively trapping these units in here. Mutas come in, they try and fight, but there's just too many force fields, and I mean the Mutas are going to go down, and now it's just Hydralisks to steal 3 Colossi alive. I feel as though WaKa's thrown this a little bit. I don't know why he fought at that natural with, you know, why he didn't just come back home if he was going to come back and fight anyway. Why didn't he do it just a little bit sooner? Arthur takes game number 2 and evens up this series 1-1. And very excitingly, we have a game 3 coming our way, ladies and gentlemen, between Arthur and WaKa for our first series of the day, and that will be on Overgrowth here in a few moments' time.